Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Big Brother Breakdown with Jolene. Welcome to the BB Breakdown with Jolene. That's me. Hi, guys, and welcome to the Big Brother Breakdown with Jolene. That's me. I break down all things BB Canada 9. It is a late night Pajama Jammy Jam live feed, spoilers and updates for March 13th, Saturday, today. Because today, it's still Saturday where I am in California. So hopefully you guys are having a wonderful Saturday night or Sunday morning or whatever the heck day it is for you guys and time it is. But this is one of my late night lives, and I'm so happy that you could join me live. Let me know you're here in the chat. If you want to support the channel, Super Chat's a great way to do it on YouTube. There's also links in the description to my PayPal, Patreon, Venmo, and Cash App. Thank you to those who have sent me stuff through there or signed up for my Patreon. It helps the channel so much. I appreciate it. You can also help out the channel by following me on social media. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and the TikTok at Joleen Lunzer, or follow me on Twitch. Joleen Lunzer again. Just search Joleen Lunzer and just follow me anywhere your little heart desires. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Joaquin is here, Jimmy's here, Peggy's here, JJ, Max Purdue, Ricky, Bobby. Got my weed and ambient. Sounds like a fun night to me. I'm about to pop a melatonin after this and play my little, what is it called? I have this game that I'm now addicted to on my phone. I don't think I can play it on Twitch, but I love it. It's the dumbest game, you guys. Well, first of all, I was addicted to this Project Makeover game. I still play it sometimes. I'll be honest. I'm not too good for this game. And then I also have this game called Covet Fashion, where I basically dress prettier, thinner animated women. So that's what I've been addicted to. And you know, there's certain things you have to hit and, you know, like little style points. So I'll probably do that because I have been plugged in. Hello, Tanique. Hello, Stinkerbell. Coco Nicole. AD coming in with the first super chat of the night right away. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Hey, girl. Hey, AD. So good to see you. My husband's here joining me from Twitch. Thank you. That helps with my engagement. Let's see. We got, oh, you are a Cancer like Austin. Oh my gosh. Yes, I am up. Thank you, Morris, for joining me on Twitch. Appreciate. Total Drama Simmer. This is your second live with me today. You get a gold star. Doing well. Just getting caught up. I had dinner with my in-laws just at home here. No crazy because it's still a pannekuchen. And then my husband and I did a little hot tubbing. You know, we got a little hot tub over here at our little complex. And yeah, and then I decided I'll take a shower, put my jams on, and come say hello to all of you. Got my gummies and my jammies. This is a Pajama Jammy Jam. So this is a BBCAN9 Pajama Jammy Jam. So I hope you got your gummies, your liquor, your no liquor, your whatever, you know, your Ambien, smoking the weed, whatever you got to do. Do it. Yes, the unpredictability of the season is epic. This has already given me more entertainment than all of BB22. So I am so happy about that. Regal says, hey, Joe, I have a lot of opinions on what's going on in this house, and I'm hella excited to hear your thoughts. Well, I got some thoughts. And Joseph, you are right. It has been a crazy day with the Veto. BB Twitter trolls, BB Twitter or trolls are sick. I knew feeds would be down for 4 hours, but there were fake spoilers left and right. You know, the fake spoilers. I do follow one account. It's like the BB live feed, but they say incorrect live feed, so you know, and that one's really funny. One of them that I retweeted was that Victoria was going to give up her HOH bed to Beth, Ty, and Jed. And I was like, the Ruppel cuddles. And shout out to my mods who never know when I'm going live, but they always show up, especially Jamie B. I love you. Thank you so much. Hit the like and subscribe. Let's get to 100 likes. Let's do it. Let's get to 100 likes. Let's get there. Yeah, that account is really funny. There's some really funny BB accounts that I appreciate. Let me just move my little cat here. Come here, Tilly. She just wants to crawl all over. Tilly, we have live feeds to get to, so you'll have to sit on my lap. Okay, buddy? Okay, guys. So, lots happening. We have POV spoilers. Obviously, we know who the HOH is. I have slides that I made to accompany this. So we'll be doing a little slide presentation, but just to get you up to date, if you didn't know, if you didn't see me and Sarah, we did a live feed spoilers last night. And we spoiled that, you know, Victoria is the HOH. So yes, Spicy V is the HOH. There is a new alliance that has formed within the house called the Oddballs. So this is seriously a two sides of the house. My cat is literally going to start turning this off. Okay, just chill, Tilly, chill. So there's literally two sides of the house going at each other, which is so great. I love a divided house. I hate when these big alliances just sweep through. I think most of us do. So, and everyone's been saying it, and I'll say it again. It's very much feeling kind of BB6y. So I like it. I should say BB6 in the US with the two sides of the house. Pearl Hart says, "Hi, Jolene. Just here to show support." Thank you, Pearl. And thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you so much. Okay. So we know Spicy V is the HOH, and we know that there's this new Oddballs alliance that has formed, and it is Brayden, Austin, Victoria, Kyle, Roe. There's a 5 that's combating the 6, but they've also pulled in Tina and Tara, not to the Oddballs, but to what they're calling the 7. And so Tina and Tara are kind of in the middle, and they ultimately this vote will probably expose them of who they're working with. So it'll be really, really, really interesting to see that. So let's get into these slides so we can just start breaking down everything that's going on, because the feeds were lit yesterday after the HOH competition. It was after the HOH competition, right? Was yesterday the damn HOH? No, the feeds were just lit yesterday as me and Sarah. They came back from, I can't remember what the hell they came back from, you guys, but the feeds were on fire. Okay, so these late night lives, sometimes my brain doesn't necessarily work, but let's share the screen here. But the feeds were crazy last night. So everything you need to know, or so you think you know, BBCAN9. There you go. There you go. After the nom ceremony. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Jay. Thank you for helping me. So after the nomination ceremony, where Spicy V put on the block LaToya and Kiefer, then the feeds came back on, and they were lit. But in true BBCAN fashion, they cut the feeds quite a bit. So yeah. All right. So here we go. First things first, in today's veto, the veto players were Kiefer, LaToya, Ty, Jed, and Austin. So it was set up so well for Kiefer and LaToya because they were playing obviously as for being on the block. And then they had Ty and Jed playing for them. So Austin was the only person playing in the veto for that other side of the house that is formed, the Oddballs, and the POV winner is Jed. Apparently it had something to do with words, spelling, technotronics, I don't know. And a lot of people are saying that he kicked ass at this competition and did it pretty quickly. So we will be seeing that when that episode airs on Wednesday. But the plan for Jed now is he wants to use the POV on Toya and take Toya off the block, which I love because I do want LaToya off the block. I want her to stay 100%. As Austin and Veto would say, 100%, 100%, 100%. Stop it. These two together, they're still kikiing. They are talking strategy together. They are a part of the Oddballs. They are upset at Beth and, quite a few people for the flip. They're kind of going through the motions with some of these friendships that they had within the house. And they are loyal at this point to Vic, Ro, and Kyle. But they're constantly like, stop it. Oh my God, stop it. That's funny. 100%, literally. I'm dead. Literally. 100%. Stop it. Like that is the extent of their conversations. And I kind of love it. Vic, they all know that Jed is going to use this POV on LaToya. And so Vic told the Oddballs that her plan is to tell Jed that if he uses the POV, the replacement nom will be Ty. Savage. Victoria is a savage HOH. Some people will lead you to believe that this will be Victoria's demise. I don't think so. I really don't. Because either way, she will get one of the Sunsetters out, and then she'll have the numbers on her side. And I do think Tina and Tara will kind of, maybe they'll lean that way as well. Because they will have to vote out a Sunsetter ultimately. However, the other side of the house thinks that they have a chance now, since Jed won the POV, of Victoria backdooring Kyle, which is so adorable that they think that. It's so cute, you guys, because Victoria's in a full ass alliance with Kyle. She's not backdooring Kyle. It is gonna be dicey for Spicy V because she did make many promises, and she promised Ty that she wouldn't put him up and that he wouldn't touch the block. But guess what? Stuff changes in Big Brother. So I mean, it could be. I see what Joaquin's saying. Victoria ruined her game. It's already her second win in 2 weeks. I don't know. I feel like we've seen beast mode dudes roll through this game like that, like winning stuff. So why can't we see a woman do it? Not saying anything against your comment having to do with gender or anything, but I feel as though Victoria she has people, even when they don't agree with her game wise, they really respect her for how much she shares and everything she's come from and how strong she is. And I think that's going to play well for her in this game is the relationship she has. She can be like, I came to play and this is nothing personal. And if a lot of these people who say they're not taking the game personal, even though everybody seems to take the game personal, respect that and respect her journey and her being there, I think she can salvage even this thing with LaToya. I still don't think LaToya, her staying now, Jed hasn't used the POV yet. A lot can change. But if he does, and LaToya obviously will stay then, I don't think she has ruined her relationship with LaToya. And I don't think LaToya will go after Victoria. I think she'd rather go after Ro and Kyle because a lot more happened on the feeds. And I think she is more upset. So yeah, Vic's mouth and promises will kill her game. It's probably wasn't the best idea for her to promise everybody safety and go, hey, if you go on slop, you get safety. Hey, and if you wink at me, you get safety. Hey, and if, you let me touch your butt, you get safety. Probably wasn't the best idea, but her personality, people with personalities like Victoria, I think they can pivot and they can get out of a lot of these social problems within the game. She can claim naivety. She can claim she was overwhelmed. She can claim, I like everybody. This is so hard, and I think this won't be the end of her. I don't think so. I've seen some people post on Twitter that this is the end, but I don't think so. Vicky could win it out and be the girl that can do whatever she wants because she wins everything. Exactly. If she keeps winning, yeah, she'll be a target, but maybe people will treat her like a shield, and if she keeps winning, people can't put her on the block. Now, I understand she can't play and win HOH every week because once you're HOH, you can't play for the next HOH. So she just has to have the numbers on her side. And I do think the oddballs and her being this loyal to them and not putting any of them up as a replacement nom is really going to speak volumes in the long run. Yes, the doors. This is the end. Let's see. Brittany says, apparently LaToya said she will not go after her next week, she will not go after her next week, but she won't see it coming. LaToya said she will not go after her. Yeah, I just don't think LaToya is going to go after her. Yeah, it's the end of her chance to win a jury. I don't agree with that either, King Cash. I see where you guys are coming from, but Victoria's story is so good, her backstory and everywhere she came from. And if she is able to have a wonderful speech to that jury and just say, in my life, I have went through such hardships and I never really had a place to call home. And so I've always been under the, for my own salvation and my own survival, I've done what I had to do. And I've been loyal to the people I could be loyal to. But I ultimately always had to protect me. So in this game, I went in with that same strategy, is that no one's ever protected me. I never had the mother, father figure to protect me. I've always had to protect myself. So I took this as a game. I like all these people outside of the house. But as far as game goes, I have to look out for Victoria. That's my number one, because I've always been the only person I have. Now, if she says that along with winning and strategizing, I would vote for her, unless she has a hugely bitter jury, but that's just me hoping, that she wins, or that she does that. And a lot of the house guests have also said if she gets to the end, even players on the other side have said, I'd vote for her just on her story alone. And if she gets that far, So thank you, Callie. I tend to be kind of good at end of the game speeches. If I could just, I wouldn't be able to get to the end of the game, but I usually can find a speech for most players that I like. So we'll see. Yeah, that is a problem, Hayden. She is kind of on the bottom of the oddballs because you do have Kyle and Ro, who are besties for the resties, final two, and then you have Braden and Austin. So she is, but if they're able to pull in maybe Tara, maybe Tina down the road, and you never know with Big Brother. The crazy thing is, maybe, and this is just wishful thinking on Jolene's part, but maybe if she's in the game long enough, her and LaToya could pull something out, So there you go, There you go. Maybe that's just me wishing. But I think she's a fighter, and she's feisty, and she's scrappy, and so I love that about her. Okay, so Jed thinks Tara is the replacement nom and plans to tell Victoria that that's not a big move and she should put up Kyle. But that's, like I said, not going to work because Victoria is in an alliance with Kyle. Jed actually talked to Tara. So if you have been watching the feeds, you know that Tara was not feeling Jed and was like, Jed ignores me and Jed does this. And let's just say Jed doesn't really know how to talk to women. If Jed doesn't want to have sex with you, he doesn't know how to communicate with you all the time. And he can be very misogynistic, just, thinking of women as something to attain, as a competition, just like how he's treating the Beth situation. So Tara was just picking up on, and Tara was being a little dramatic, like Tara does. P.S. I have been doing these impressions of Tara holding up my lip gloss. Is this your lip gloss? Is this your? Because Tara finds tea and she's like, "Is this your bubble water? This bubble water's been out and opened for 2 minutes and no one has. Oh shit! It's my bubble water." Sorry guys, I'm just so bored. I'm a mom. Is this someone's water? I found it. I grabbed it out of Ty's hand. I'm not sure if it's his. It's okay. It's his. I'm just checking. Just mom checking. Just bud. That's all I want to do. She found some kind of lip volumizer, lip plumper, lip gloss, maybe in the bathroom. And it looked to be kind of older. And she's like, maybe it is Ika's from season 5. And she literally walks around the house. She's like, whose lip gloss is this? Is this Ika's? Is this, you guys, can you believe it? This looks like old lip gloss. This is Ika's lip gloss. It's like, seriously, call me Ika. We'll go on a double date. You, Demetrius, and me and whatever the hell my husband's name is. Like, let's do it. And I'm just like, oh, that's so Tara. That's so Tara. That's so Tara. She is 37 and a mom. That's so Tara. So yeah, she was just walking around in a toque. Just, whose is this? Who's this? Oh, it's mine. Sorry, I forgot. So Tara, she really went off on Ty about Jed yesterday, and Ty has, such patience to listen to her go off the way she did. And then since then, she's been like, I might have overreacted. So now Jed realizes, I'm sure after everyone told him, that all he did today, you guys, is he talked to Tara after the POV comp win. And just treated her like a human being. Imagine that. Wow, treating women like human beings, especially if they feel kind of insecure in the house or feel old, or overheard you say that she has the body of a 13-year-old boy. He said something along those lines, or looks like a 13-year-old boy from the back. So Tara says she heard Jed say, just treating her like a human, she reacted really well. You don't have to try to screw everybody. Every woman you see, you could just talk to them like you would a dude, but don't mention all the chicks you'd be digging out. I was digging because girls, we don't want to hear about that. We just don't. Congratulations. You know how your wiener works. God bless. I don't know. So all he did was talk to her. And then when he left the room, Tara was like, to the camera, she's like, I can't believe it. I might actually like Jed and want to work with him. Who am I? Oh my God. Whose water is this? Oh, it's mine. And then she drank it. So yeah. Tara's a little bit of an overreactor, if you will. Sorry, Tilly, but you're getting in the way. But I love you. Okay. And then Jed made a very weird comment today on the live feeds when they were up in the HOH room and they were talking about having crushes on teachers and things like that through their school years. And I think it was Austin said that she had never had a crush on a teacher or a TA or anything. And of course, Beth was like, I did. I totally liked my 8th grade teacher. We banged. No, they didn't bang. I made that part up. That is a rumor. But you never know. And Austin was just like, oh, no, I've never had a crush on a teacher or, never had a crush on a TA. And then Jed said, well, I was a TA. And Austin's like, yeah, well, I never had a crush on you. And then he proceeded to say, I tweeted this out. He said, she said, I don't have a crush on you. And then Jed said, but you could have if I was in a place of power. And he repeated that twice, I think. And then the feed's cut. What? Austin was in a place of power. Like, Jed just can't get over the fact that Austin doesn't have a lady boner for him. He just doesn't understand when women don't want to have sex with him. It's like, she's not interested, bro. You're cute. Yep, you're cute. But that's it. Like, not every girl wants that. To me, Jed's like a fuckboy. Like, he wants to score the points. He's in a draft. He's in a vagina draft with his friends, and he drafted the big number of vagina. I don't know how a vagina draft would work. I barely know how a regular draft would work, but I imagine he just overpromised and underdelivered on the vag. And so now he's out in these streets, these BB streets, just trying to, I bet he went in because, apparently, allegedly, he was a Love Island reject. So he probably went into this like, I'm just going to get all the BB Ussy. And the BB Ussies are like, except for Beth. Beth was like, cool, when? Cool, great. When can we do this? When Ty's not looking cool. So it was just kind of weird because it's like, well, so far in the game, Jed, you haven't had a place of power, but Austin has, even though her HOH was not good. It just seems really gross. Yes, I love it too so much. I agree with you. I love that Austin is so vocally unimpressed with him. And I think it's because Austin has a history of, obviously, she says she's never had a boyfriend before. And I think I've heard her and Braden talk about like weight issues and things like that. And I just don't think she likes the superficiality of a relationship with someone like Jed. Because if you gained 15 pounds, I think they feared Jed would be like, oh, good. I didn't sign up for this. And you're like, weight fluctuates, homie. So, yeah, Jed is a bench player who pulls girls by doing nothing. Yeah, cute, but that's it. That's it. He's self-absorbed, and I'm over it. Okay. So the current HOH, being Victoria, she took Braden to dinner at Wendy's, and she aligned with the oddballs. Like I said, nominated Kiefer and LaToya for eviction. We still don't know for sure who her target is. Victoria has kind of went back and forth, but we do know now. She told the oddballs we do know. Because she said tonight, so it's been kind of back and forth with Victoria, but she said to her oddballs, her alliance I believe the alliance that she's loyal to, because she's very unpredictable, and I love that about her. She said, going home this week is either going to be LaToya or Ty. And so LaToya, if she stays on the block and no one uses the POV on her, and then Ty, if Jed uses the POV. And I'm like, that is so savage. And I drafted Ty for my Big Brother draft. And I don't want Ty to go because I do really like Ty. But if it's got to happen, it's got to happen. Because I'm here for Spicy V. I am here. Yeah. And I was positive that LaToya was her target by what she was saying. And then in my live with Sarah, she was saying that it might be Kiefer. She might have switched it back. So I love that Victoria keeps us guessing. I love that. So yeah. Did Jed really need to win the veto? Like, it feels for his ego, he needed to win it, and he even admitted that on the feeds. But I think also he really wants to keep LaToya safe, and they're really big on their numbers right now in the 6, and they don't think that the other side has a full-fledged alliance. Like, that's the sad thing about the Sunsetters. They think they're the only ones. Even LaToya. Even Kiefer, they're just like, nah, I don't think they're like a official thing. They don't think they're official, but they're super duper official. Yes, I love her big moves too. I just watching, I love it. Joleen, stop making us look at Kiefer. Okay, Kiefer. So she had previously talked about making Beth the replacement nom, which would be epic. I would be here for a Beth replacement nom backdoor situation. There's so many jokes that can be made, but we're not going to on that one. But also says she's going to say Ty to Jed. She has told the other side that she might put up Brayden because he's a social threat, but she's just saying that. And they actually believe that she might put up Brayden as a pawn, knowing that Brayden works with her. They kind of believe it. So it's baffling me that the Sunsetters haven't quite figured out that these people who are always talking to each other are aligned. Okay, now let's get into the fireworks on the feeds. So this was by far one of the most interesting. I mean, this is probably, one of the most interesting feed situations we've had on BBCAN9. So maybe Ty. I'll let AD do it for me. Thank you. Okay. The fireworks last night. So this all stemmed from Ro's paranoia. Ever since Ro heard about the flip, he's been very, very paranoid. And so he walked in a room where LaToya and Kiefer and maybe someone else was in the room. And this was earlier in the day, say they were laughing. And he was like, I'd like to be in on the joke, or it sucks when you're not in on the joke, which is an awkward thing to say. Just walk in and start smiling. I mean, don't assume every joke is something that's going to be about you. And then they made some kind of just off comment like, oh, it's, well, you'll find out later or something. Maybe they meant when the episode, a lot of them say, you'll see when the episode airs, or you'll see when you watch it. Because a lot of them don't understand that you probably won't see a lot when the episode airs, because BBCAN likes to cut a lot from the actual episodes. And most of these house guests don't even know how live feeds work, which is very interesting that they are all claiming to be fans, yet they're like, I don't know. Today I heard them say on the live feeds, I don't think a lot of people watch live feeds. Even Kiefer, who's like, I'm a super fan. He's like, yeah, I don't think a lot of people watch live feeds. What? No, just stop. Don't pretend you're a super fan and you don't even know how the live feeds work or know that lots of people watch the live feeds. The live feeds are the juice. That's the stuff. That's the shit. Okay. The episodes are like fun, but you can't watch if you watch the episodes, you don't know what's going on. On any season of Big Brother, if you just watch the episodes, you don't know what's going on. You either have to watch the live feeds or watch live feed spoilers like myself or the other people that recap them, because otherwise you don't know. Because they don't show you stuff. Okay. So they made this comment, and then Kiefer said something about fireworks. Just joking around. Well, Ro took this and went around the house. He went to Kyle, his boyfriend. And let me tell you, Kyle is a very loyal boyfriend to Ro. Kyle has Ro's back. Kyle is just like, nobody puts Ro in the corner. He is like Dirty Dancing with Ro. Kyle, he's been kind of a sleeper cell for a little bit. And now he's awakened and he's pissed too. And so then they overheard Kiefer and LaToya talking in the kitchen later, and this is right after Noms, and they made some comment, and they took that as, okay, this is adding on to what they were already talking about. And they took this as they were going to do another house meeting and throw Ro under the bus. Ro just got really, really paranoid. Yes, Ro's firework tour was bigger than Katy Perry's. It was. Baby, you're a firework. And he was a hot mess. He had his best J. Crew button up on, and he was going to be the fireworks in that house. Ro was a piece of work, and Kyle out like Kyle he is. Kyle finally started Kyling. So they just took this like, okay, they're going to call a house meeting. They're going to try to flip, which first of all, LaToya and Kiefer are on the block. Why are you so you're not on the block. You're in an alliance with the head of household. So you're not even going to be a replacement nom. I mean, they hadn't even done the POV. They just did nominations. So it was really, really weird. So I was basically just writing down like a shit ton of notes while this was happening. So basically Kyle and Ro, so Kiefer's in the food storage with Tina and Tara, like you see here, and he's looking for onions. He's going to make a stir fry or something. I don't know. It didn't really seem like he knew what he was doing, but he was hungry. He was going to make some food. And he's like, where's the onions? Tina's like, yeah, what are you about? Yeah, what are you about, guy? Probably in the drawer, guy. I love Tina. I just say, word about it. I don't even know what the words are that she says, but they're just so great. How dare now, brown cow guy, now. She just says things and they're adorable. And then Tara's like, I'm having cream cheese. Is this anyone's cream cheese? I found this cream cheese. No one was using it. Isn't that crazy? So they came in with a mission. First of all, they were taking kind of power stances. Ro, as you can see, had his hands behind his back. He was pacing a lot. He was doing a lot of kind of bucking up a little bit. And then Kyle was drinking his water. And then he hopped up real cash on the counter. And they wanted answers, So they're just like, you guys want to fill us in what's going on? You want to fill us in what's going on? Keef? Huh, Queef? And so Kyle confronts Kiefer for the fireworks comment. Kiefer accuses Kyle of yelling at him. He's like, Stu, you're being aggressive. You're yelling at me, because Stu was being aggressive, in my opinion. And Kyle is wondering. Kyle's like, well, I want to know for the, why people are getting pulled into rooms while I'm sitting on the couch. Because it's Big Brother. And that's kind of what Kiefer was saying, like, it's Big Brother. And they were feeling left out. So what's going on? Kyle wants to know what's going on, bud. Come on, bud. It's Big Brother, huh, bud? Hey, bud. Hey, there. How dare? Ho dare. Yep. But goalie, ice it, penalty. He just all the hockey words he was saying, 1, 2, 3, triple deke, and flying V. I don't know. These are just Mighty Ducks terms. But he would, come on, bud, what you got there? Bud, what you got there? And he's drinking his water. He's got his hat backwards. He's ready to party. And then, Rose there, like, I just wanted one day. I just wanted one day where I didn't have to worry. This is Big Brother. You're going to have 0 days where you don't have to worry. And also, you're not on the Black J crew. You're not. You're good. So you could visibly see that Kiefer felt who's Stu? Stu is Kyle, because they say he looks like a stew. And so, as far as like, I feel like they were kind of aggressive, not aggressive in like, I'm going to kick your ass, but, just like aggressive, where they just wanted answers from Kiefer, and Kiefer was like, I don't feel comfortable. You could just tell that Kiefer did not, feel comfortable at all about what was going on. And he just kind of wanted out of it, but Kiefer seemed a little scared. He did. And I don't know, because Kiefer's good at playing what I call the sad boy strategy, where he bucks up and he's really feeling himself, and he, throws everyone under the bus. And the whole reason anyone is in trouble is because of Kiefer, because Kiefer started the damn flip. And that was all on Kiefer, yet everyone's taking the fall for Kiefer. LaToya won't even out Kiefer. And so she's guilty by association. She didn't even want the flip until he sold it to her that like Ro and Kyle are saying your names. They want the girls out, which I never really heard them say that. Maybe I missed something, but I always thought Ro and Kyle were going to go after Jed and Ty. They were going to go after Beth. I know Kyle really doesn't like Beth, and Beth didn't like Kyle. So that's, hockey chirps can be aggressive, but in a playing way. So do I think they were there to beat Kiefer up? No. Do I think they were bullying him? No. And maybe that's because I come from BBUS, where there are legit racist, bigoted bullies that are just ridiculous. So, but it was a little much. And you could tell Tina and Tara were uncomfortable, but Tina was uncomfortable. Because Tina, earlier that day, told Ro and Kyle that Kiefer was the one that said that they were saying her name. But I don't think that happened. So later, Tina tells Kiefer, like, oopsies, I might have accident. Hey, where you at, guy? Newfoundland, we have a saying. It's go, gadget, go. And that means I fucked up. And so she was just like, I might have said something I didn't know. So it was a lot of communication by now. So So they're so he wants to leave. Latoya peeks in a couple times. She's just like, she looks first and then she sees they're during a confrontation. Tara never dropped the cream cheese spread. Tina's like, oh, hater, hider, holder. They're going to know that blue line. That's what they call her. Blue line. Might have said something, didn't mean to. Was just thinking about my perm and accidentally spilled some beans. So what about it? Where do you got it? Whatever the Tina-ism is. And then Latoya heard their voices kind of elevate. No one was screaming at each other. But Kiefer did look uncomfortable. Kiefer says he feels uncomfortable, but they don't stop with the question. It is uncomfortable to watch because you can tell he's uncomfortable. And Latoya peeps in early and they were interrogating him, basically. They wanted answers. And then rejoins when she thinks Kiefer needs her support and calls out Kyle mostly. She was like, Kyle. Like, I don't know exactly what she said because I don't even think I wrote down exactly. But she basically called Kyle a bully. And he's going around the house and they follow people around. They won't let people have conversations. And he's the real problem. So, okay. So I'm tired of me not saying any lie about any other person and my name getting dragged with lies. That's what Kyle was saying. And his Ro was saying that he was sick and tired of hearing his name today and after eviction. And Latoya walked in. This is what she said. I did write it down. She said, we're not going to gang up on one person. That's not what's going to happen here. Okay. She said, this is BB and we're supposed to hear our name. If anyone is lying in this game, it's you, Kyle. If anyone is manipulating or kissing ass, it's you. Everyone sees the game you're playing. You're literally pitching people against each other. And then the feeds cut. And I was like, fuck. And apparently it went on longer. The feeds were cut for a little bit. And I think Latoya was walking to the stairs and Ro kind of followed her, which is weird. And she said some more things. They weren't saying exactly what was said, but yeah, the Kiefer never owns his own lies. I mean, should people question Kiefer? Hells yeah. Hells yeah. And yes, he was uncomfortable, he got caught. Now, what Kiefer did after this was what I was calling the sad boy strategy. And he ate Ro up with the sad boy strategy. Because once that bully label came out, Kyle and Ro's faces, I mean, they just dropped. They dropped. I mean, I think I have a screen grab of one of, this is Ro after. So after the feeds went down and there must have been the bully talk and then the B word, as they were saying, Victoria said, was getting spread around the house. Then Ro went in to talk to Kiefer about this and kind of clear the air. And Kiefer put on a show. His sad boy strategy was in full effect. And he basically was like, I'm done with you, Ro. I'm not going to talk to you about this game or in this game. Let's see if I wrote down anything. He said, apparently while the feeds were down, Kiefer cried and said that he was embarrassed about crying when the feeds came back on. He told Latoya, and Latoya said, you're a human being. No one is pitying you. He's like, I don't want people to pity me. I'm like, you definitely want people to pity you, Kiefer. You definitely want people to pity you. But Keith did say he didn't feel bullied. He felt mean mugged. He was like, yo, Ro came up there and I know because I was a bouncer at a nightclub for years. Okay. And he mean mugged me. He was, going back and forth. And I had dudes show. And then he said, Kiefer says, I had dudes show up at my house with baseball bats trying to get me to sell. So I'm assuming like, now there's a drug story. There's a afternoon special story. So he's like, I didn't feel bullied because he's like, no, these dudes ain't going to bully me because I've seen some shit. I've had a life. I had dudes at my house with baseball bats trying to get me to sell. I was like, wow, baseball bats? That's new. That's maybe they just wanted you to play down intramural, maybe there was a team, maybe they wanted you to do little league. I don't know. It just was, it was just like, it was a lot. He's like, I ain't scared of these guys. It's like, but I think you kind of were, or you were playing it off really well because you were all shaky and stuff. So Ro is he's worried now and Kyle's worried because the B word has been brought out, the B word being bully. and they don't want to be pegged as bullies on TV and lose their jobs and stuff like that. So LT, Latoya and Kiefer have a brief conversation before this, and she says that she has him. She has his back. Kiefer said he felt good after telling Latoya that he was too soft for the shit. So Kiefer goes back and forth with, he's playing this hard-ass game. I came up with the strategy. We're going to flip the house. I told Josh how to play this game. And then he goes back into, I'm too soft for this shit. But then there's other things that Kiefer says, which is like, wow, Kiefer has a lot of layers, you know? And I don't know if I trust most of the layers, because then he went on in a conversation later that night, and he said, truthfully, and then he said, cut this out, big brother. Like he has any say in editing. He's like, truthfully, cut this out, big brother. I never thought I had a chance at winning this. I just thought I had a chance at experiencing it and going deep. Like, I'm a public speaker. This is going to raise my profile. Do you want to play the game or not? This is the best it's going to get. You are on national television in your country, playing on a very popular television show. What more do you want? I hate these people that come on the show just looking for followers or clout or coolness, and we see this a lot in the US. These Instagram heroes that are just there like, I think I got enough followers. This is what we saw with Carol and Carol's Comedy Corner. In BB8 last year, she's like, guys, I think I got enough followers for Carol's Comedy Corner on Facebook. Follow me. I'm so funny. Sometimes I put chickens on my head. So follow me, guys. I can go. I probably got followers. And at that time, I think she was sitting at like 3,000 followers, not on Carol's Comedy Corner, but on the Twitter. And I'm like, that's not going to cut it. Carol's Comedy Corner. So this felt very Carol's Comedy Corner-esque, and I hate that about it. And it's like, Kiefer, you're supposed to be a super fan. You're supposed to come to play. So that part I don't love. And I've heard Kiefer more than anyone talk about screen time. He's like, I'm on every episode. It's almost like, what do you call that, Chell, when people are, I'm going to ask my husband, when people are bragging, but they're pretending they're not bragging? It's a humble brag, where he's like, can't be on another episode, you guys. I mean, it's too many. I don't want to be on another episode. I'm probably on all the episodes. I don't want to. It's like, you want to be the episode. You want to be the show. He had said on the feeds last week that he would want to be the voice of Big Brother. So, and he was talking about his podcast and stuff like that. So it's very self-promotional. And it pisses me off as a fan too, because I'm just like, quit talking about your endeavors outside the game. Do that when you get out. You will get fans if you play this game and if you give it the respect that the fans want you to give it. We as fans love this game. We love this show. We want to see the players respect it and not use it as some driving force for us to promote their shitty podcast. Most likely, we're not going to listen to your shitty podcast. All the ex-BB players, I don't listen to any of their shitty podcasts because I'm a comedian. If I want to laugh, I can make myself laugh. If I want to hear generic interviews, I can go support someone else that's not in, you know what I mean? Like, I don't need to go listen to former Big Brother people who think they're awesome. I mean, there's some people that do it and it's okay. But the people that just did this, if you stumble upon it, you know, let's say like, oh, Rob has a podcast. Rob was on Survivor, but he didn't go on Survivor going, I'm going to have a podcast. He just loved the things about, I'm assuming, I don't know. I'm assuming that once he left, he realized like, oh, I like this stuff, you know, and it worked out. And it shows because he has a lot of respect for the game, as do the people that he has on his channel. So that makes sense for these people who are just on there like, I've never watched the season before now, but I'm going to do a podcast after this all about it. It's going to be so great. It's going to be so crazy. It's like, no, we have tons of recappers and podcasters who actually like the game, and we don't need you to do it. So, yeah. And BB fame is really short-lived. It really is. So just play the game, be in the house, be present, and you will garner fans and you will garner people that will follow you to your next endeavor. But don't be planning out your endeavors in the BB house. Like, calm it down, bro. Oh my gosh. So that was very annoying. Okay. So back to this conversation. So then, you know, like I said, Ro comes in. It's really uncomfortable. You know, that when they're talking and apparently what happened when the feeds were out is after they cut the feeds and they talked, Ro wanted Latoya to tell him who said the boys were going after the girls. She doesn't tell him, but it's Kiefer. That's who said it. So if Latoya would just throw Kiefer under the bus, she would have so less stress in the house. But apparently LT pointed at each dude, so Kyle and Ro, and said, I don't like you and I don't like you. Because this is what he was explaining to Brayden and Austin what happened when they were in the OLG, and said LaToya was yelling. So this is all when the feeds were down. And she said, I don't like you and I don't like you, which I think is kind of hilarious. Ro, like I said, wanted LaToya to tell him who said the boys were going after the girls. She doesn't tell him, but it's fucking Kiefer. Apparently after that, Ro followed LaToya out and walked up the stairs, and there was a debacle, according to Brayden. Brayden's like, oh, that's when the debacle happened. I don't know what the debacle was. And Ro said, she can't treat Kyle that way. Oh my God. These two are like, they have each other's back. Like this is the showmance. Beth and Ty, move over. It is Ro and Kyle. Nobody puts Kyle in the corner. They're both dirty dancing each other. It's insane. So, and he said, especially raise her voice at him. She can't call him a bully while being a bully about it. So then it turned into LaToya as being a bully. So everyone's a bully at this point. If you have an opinion that doesn't meet someone else's opinion, or you question someone in the game of Big Brother, and you feel as though you're kind of cornered, I guess that's what Kiefer was rolling with, that he felt cornered, then you're a bully. And then if LaToya comes in thinking her friend's being bullied or cornered, and she calls it out, then she's a bully. So you're bullied if you do, you're bullied if you don't. Kiefer told Ro, like I said, that he's done with him. He doesn't want to talk to him for the rest of the season. He's like, am I hurt my game? I don't care. And he told Ro, you guys look so bad right now. I might actually stay. So despite in Kiefer's sad boy strategy, he's still playing this game. He's still thinking I might stay because he's like, I don't even care about this game. Send me home. I don't care. That's what he said in the food storage when he was fighting with Ro and Kyle. And now he's like, I might actually stay. You look so bad. And that's when Ro's like, uh-oh. He told Ro that Vic was playing both sides of the house too. He said, I was in the middle and I had to pick sides. I picked your side like a fucking idiot. That's what Kiefer said. So Kiefer also outed Victoria, which he said he wouldn't do, that she was in the middle on the flip as well. And then Tina pops in. You guys good? You guys good? Hey, what you do? What about it? What girl? Where you at? Whatever, the Newfoundland things that she says. I just love it. I want to go be her best friend and stay with her. So yeah. She's like, guys good? And they're like, we're good, Tina. Because apparently Tina and Tara were very, very upset about this. They were very shooketh. Maybe it's a Canadian thing. I don't know. So, and then Kiefer just like, I'm done with you, dog. I'm done with you. Do you see this ponytail? It was braided earlier. Now it's in a messy bun. I'm done with you, bro. Kiefer shares a convo that he and Victoria had, so he's just spilling. He says it wasn't a conversation that Ro and Kyle had with him. He said it was an interrogation. Kiefer didn't like that Ro was pacing and kind of bucking up to him. He said, to me, if this is the last conversation we have in this house, Ro, it's a win for me. Once I don't fuck with people, I don't fuck with them. Which, I mean, I'm the same way, Kiefer. But it was a lot. It was a lot. So Ro was just kind of trying to explain his side. And Kiefer's like, I'm not talking game. I'm not hearing you out. You did what you did. I worked at a nightclub. You bucked up to me, bro. You wore your J. Crew shirt. You gelled your hair. And you came at me. And my kids are going to see this, okay? I got kids. And that's why I was crying, because I got kids. So apparently if you have kids, I don't... It was a lot. It was a little dramatic, in my opinion. You can watch it. You can make your own conclusions about it. But I thought it was a little dramatic. It wasn't like, yeah, they were interrogating him. Yeah, they were a little aggressive. Yeah. But I would say Kiefer in this game has been aggressive too. And I would say calling Austin the B word and, doing this, that, and the other is kind of aggressive. So, but this is an opportunity, I think, where Kiefer felt like he could play the sad boy strategy and put fear into Kyle and the hearts of Kyle and Ro, so that they had to worry about the outside world. When he's like, it's not going to look good. It's not going to look good. It's not going to look good, bro. Good luck to you. And I saw an interesting point on Twitter was people were making, saying that Kiefer's energy with Ro was very different than his energy with Kyle. So then Kiefer and Kyle talk alone, and Kiefer's much more receptive to Kyle than he was with Ro. He feels they weren't bullying him, but trying to intimidate him. He used to work as a bouncer. He talks about that again, so he knows what that looks like. So it was interesting for seeing people go, wow, the energy he had with Ro versus Kyle, who Kyle, I felt like he was coming at Kiefer more than Ro was. Yeah, Ro was going back and forth, and Ro's super paranoid and stuff, but Kyle was more like, answer me. So I thought that was kind of interesting. And yeah, I have a problem. I really can't stand Kiefer either. I do think he kind of does fall under a professional victim type thing. And he has said things, today on the feeds. He's like, and I might have already, I don't know if I lost my job. I might have said something in this house. I don't think I said something in this house. And he looks up at the cameras like, right? It's like, I don't know. This is only day 20, bro. But I feel like Kiefer's the type that's going to say, I'm all for the women. I'm all for this. I'm not like that. And then he'll do the thing that gets him canceled, if you will. Let's see what you guys are saying. Hayden says, Ro and Kyle didn't even know that Kiefer and LaToya were talking about, though. They just assumed because they need everyone to revolve around them and their egos. Yeah. I mean, I do agree that Kyle and Ro have egos for sure. And they're paranoid for no reason. They're not even on the block. It was a little ridiculous. I actually really liked that LaToya stepped in. LaToya's part, I thought, was choice. LaToya was doing it out of like, that is who she is as a person. And I get that because I'm very much like that. If I see something I deem as wrong or someone getting picked on or something like that, I always have to step in. It's always like, I feel like it's an episode of What Would You Do? And so she felt like she was doing the right thing to help her friend. But Kiefer, I feel like he felt uncomfortable. Yes. And they should have probably pulled away. And Kyle admits this later, should have pulled away and not have been so interrogating on him. But I feel like Kiefer, the way there's just a smugness to him. And I've said that before, and some people say they can't see it, but I see it. And so I think Kiefer knows what he's doing more than we think. Yeah, it's usually the ones that are like, I love women. We grew up in a matriarchal area. It's going to be great. And then he gets in the house. He's like, F that bitch for putting me on the block. And you're like, what happened to the matriarch? What happened? What happened to that? What happened to the women's? What happened? I don't agree with that. I don't think LaToya is horrible. I think she's quite great. But I guess it's all subjective, it's who you like. You're not wrong. I'm not wrong. It's just who we like. Let's see what else you guys are saying. I thought Kiefer was going to be so funny, but I was wrong. It's just, the people that you think are going to be funny, they never are. They never are. Because after shows, people come to me, they're like, I didn't think you were going to be funny. And I'm like, exactly. You're not supposed to look funny. Okay? You're supposed to look funny. The argument came out of nowhere. That's why people were so defensive. Yes, I understand that. Totally. But I do think after that, he was really milking it. He was asking them questions because he was caught in a lie and trying to fight. Yeah, that's how they saw it. But so then LaToya, obviously there was a lot we missed, unfortunately, because BBCAN likes to cut the feeds. Toya said, I deserve an apology, but you don't get one. Kyle, dead, babe. I mean, seriously, that's what happened. So then Kyle wants to do damage control because he talks to Kiefer. He's like, I'm not a buddy. I'm not a buddy. I'm not a bully, buddy. I'm not, bud. No, it's I play ice hockey. Don't you love when people say ice hockey? What other hockey is there? Roller? I don't know. I play hockey, and so I can't, right? It's like, no, hockey players are notorious for that kind of behavior. But I don't know if Kyle's a bully. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that behavior was bully. Do I think it was obviously like egotistical, like you guys are saying in the chat, and just a dumb move, and they should have just thought about it before jumping in on something they knew very little about? And did he let his boyfriend Ro get him all worked up? Yeah, he did. Are they still really mad over the attempted flip? Yeah, they are. But this is also Big Brother. This is Big Brother, okay? People are going to lie. People are going to, try to make you paranoid. And you just have to remember that. So then Kyle wants to do damage control with LaToya. So he pulls LaToya aside, and I think they were in the Expedia room, and he wants to clear the air over their fight and the bully label. And Kyle very much has been like, but I'm not a bully. And LaToya's like, but okay, fine, you're not a bully, whatever. That's on you, your life. But it seemed to me like you were, so I'm not going to apologize because I don't feel like I did anything wrong. But Kyle apologizes, says he thinks he could have handled it differently and better. And yes, she says, I'm not going to apologize for sticking up for Queef. I do think a downfall of LaToya's game is going to be how much she trusts Queefer, because she's already taken so many hits because of this dude. She was all about keeping Ro. She was all about having a very chill week. Now, I'm glad it wasn't a chill week because I don't want boring weeks on the feeds, and I wanted Josh to stay. But it was Kiefer that got her riled up. It was Kiefer that pitched this whole thing and the flip, and I put this strategy into Josh, and the boys are saying the girl's name. It was Kiefer, and yet she's never sold him out about it, but she's taken a lot of hits over it. So I don't know why her cop instincts aren't coming in, because she is coming off very copish in these situations. But why they're not kicking in for Queefer, I don't get it. So they agree not to talk about it anymore in the house. And she says, because she was like, you can put me up, I don't care, but I'm straightforward. This is who I am. This is what I do. And Kyle's like, yeah, no, that's great. Hockey pucks, ice it. And but I'm not a bully. I stand against bullying. In case anyone out there wants to cancel me, I'm against bullying. I hate a bully. I donated hockey sticks to some nerdy kids once, some real geeks, some big geeks. I said, here's some hockey sticks, try to get laid. So I'm against it. I'm against bullying. And it's the Rose Show. Can we go back to that wrap? Can we wrap this up? So they hugged, and they'll agree to disagree, but definitely they're going to put each other on the block. They're not fans of each other, but it was a lot. It was a lot. It was fun to watch on the feeds. There were times it was uncomfortable. There were times that made me happy. There were times that made me sad. There were times that made me confused. But Kiefer's sad boy strategy was in full effect. And he ate Ro up with that strategy. Ro looked like he was going to pee in his skinny jeans. Like he needed a diaper. He was like, did I just screw up my whole life? Because Kiefer was milking it. Like, dude, you're done. You're canceled. You're over. I'm not going to mess with you. You were mean mugging. You mugged me, bro. You mean mugged me. You mean, have you seen Exhibit? You DMX me. You're like, you mean mugged me. Bro, I'm done. Okay. Dude showed up at my house with baseball bats trying to get me to sell. He didn't say what. It could have been lemonade. It could have been cool. Like, you don't know. He wasn't specific. What was it? Was it Tylenol 3s? Because that's not that bad. That's not even a high level drug. And maybe they wanted him to sell candy bars for the fundraiser for the local Little League team. I don't know. It just felt very Dangerous Minds. I feel like he was telling us a story from a movie he saw. And but LaToya wants to back him because she feels this kind of kindred, and she also feels like, okay, he's representing this whole community, and I get that. So he's milking it, man. He is milking. He's milking it. He's milking it, you guys. And this is just my opinion. Watch it. Make your own decisions. Don't just listen to old Joleener, because you never know. But listen to me. I'm probably 100%. Oh my God, literally, I'm dead. I watched that and I was dead. Seriously. Braden and Austin, I was dead. Shut up. Stop it. Stop. I'm dead. Literally 100%. Okay. Getting into the throuple, the love triangle that is Beth, Ty, and Jed. So on the feeds tonight, there was Beth, aka Totally Microaggressions McGee. That's what I like to call her. Microaggressions McGee. She said, and on the episode, that she's real in it with Ty. But I think they've taken their relationship to the sexy level. I mean, they've been caught making on the couch. Tara heard them doing stuff and said she wouldn't say anything. So I wouldn't be surprised if there was some insertion. If the juices were flowing, they were released, a little juicy fruit in the pants, if you will. But she treats Ty, I don't think she treats Ty the greatest. There's yelling. she's apologized a few times, like, sorry, I yelled at you. I'm like, this is the romantic phase. When you just get to know each other, you're like making out, your genitals are new. This isn't the yelling time. You don't normally yell in the beginning. And then she yelled at him during that HOH. Walk lightly, walk. I was like, Ty, do you want this? Are you sure you want this? Okay. So Jed was just flirting again with old Beth, Beth, who's been cuddling, obviously hooking up, doing stuff with Ty. And he asked her if they'll smooch again. And she's like, I don't know. It's up to you. I don't know. I'm so quirky. I need bangs. Oh my God. Do you like my high-waisted joggers? They're my favorite. Oh my God. He picked me after he asked everybody else. He's picking me. And she's like, it's up to you. And I'm like, I thought you were, what? Okay. And then he asked if she's exclusive, like with Ty. And she said she can't just go from one guy to the next on TV. Like my grandma watches this show. Like I told my mom I'm probably going to smooch a guy. And my mom was like, don't. And I was like, I have to. I'm so horny. I'm Beth. And this woman. I don't know, you guys. But then she told Jed that she'll kiss him when she wins the game. And she said, you're for after. She told Jed that he was for after. You're more of a real deal. And that Ty was just like something for me to do in here. She kind of did this with her hand. Like, he's just something for me to do in here. And Jed's like, well, it's like a huge compliment, but like, I'm just looking for someone to like make out with and like dry hump and stuff. So like no babies, right? It was just, maybe this is part of her strategy. I mean, she did say she was going to flirt with both guys, but it's just, I just don't like this strategy. Listen, I mean, it's even when guys do it, I hate it. I hated BB21 when Jackson went from Kat to Holly Beth, and Holly Beth is like, he loves me. And I'm like, oh my God, Holly Beth, you're so annoying. And I don't really like this because I feel like Ty, and maybe I'm wrong about Ty, but I feel as though his feelings will get hurt because Jed's not the real one. Jed's not the one for after. Jed's the dude that'll bang you, put it on his whiteboard, and then ghost you. Like, he's never talking to you again, unless he gets horny. Because he was saying, I mean, I haven't kissed anyone in 4 months. You're the first person. She was like, oh my God. Oh my God, I've never had a black guy before. Now I have 2. She actually has said that, which is like, what? Bethy, what? I mean, she just keeps saying so many problematic things. So yeah, this is, this could just be her saying whatever to Jed because she's stringing him along, but she's like, I know that you and Ty have a final 2. Like, all the alpha dudes have final 2s. Quit telling me I'm your final 2. And Jed's like, we don't. She's like, oh my God, you do. You just do. My pits stink. I'm quirky. It's a lot, you guys. It is a lot. So yeah. He already said, oh yeah, that's something I left out. That Kiefer was talking a little bit about self-evicting. And he's like, no. But while he's self-evicting, he's kind of doing it for strategy. Yeah. B Griffiths, sorry, 1, 2, 3. Not miss. I can't tell the difference between Ty and Jed's legs in the tub. Not miss. Your head hair looks like pubic hair, which is what she said to these guys. But she thought their head hair looked like pubic hair. Yeah. You think Keith will volunteer to go home to save face, scared to lose a vote to Ty? Ooh. Only because he'd be scared to lose the vote, not for righteous reasons, not for, that's the only way. I don't know. I think as much as Kiefer's like, I just want to go home to my wife and kid, like he does. No, he doesn't. He needs to build that following for his public speaking. What is he public speaking about? I guess we'll see. Maybe there's so much, not with Miss. Yes, those she has said so many problematic things. Puts Ty or Beth. She's definitely going to put up Ty, I think. I wish she'd put up Beth, though. That would be epic. Yes. I think Kiefer's whole self-evicting thing was just to play the victim and make people feel bad for him. Hayden, I have to agree. he's done this. He does this when he gets caught in things. He's just like, I'm too soft for this game. You're not. You're savage. You're doing savage shit, but just own your game moves. Like, the public will love that. What do you, huh? No, you're not. You're doing some savage shit, and you're all, but the problem with Kiefer is he needs validation and he needs credit. He can't just do boss moves behind the scenes and then talk about it in his DRs, which is what a real boss Big Brother player does. No one, he shouldn't have even have ever said that he came up with the Josh strategy for him to stay and blah blah blue and share it with everyone. He just should have kept it for the DRs. You know, you got to have that Dan Giesling mist a little bit. You got to do something. Save it for the DRs. Let's see if I have anything else here. No, I don't, you guys. That's, now you're all officially caught up to the latest and greatest things going on the live feed. So we will see in the POV ceremony if Jed does in fact use it on LaToya, which I would highly doubt that he doesn't do it. Now, if Victoria says, and I don't know if she has said it to him yet, that she will put Ty up. So I thought you fell asleep and snorted. No, that's okay. If Victoria tells him that and he decides it's not worth the risk, but I don't see Jed I see Jed still using the POV. Now, if he goes and talks to Ty, we'll see what happens, but I would be surprised if he didn't use it on LaToya, because they've said quite a bit that this is what they were going to do and save LaToya, and LaToya was important to their game. But if Beth had it her way, here's the problem. Once Beth finds out this, if Jed comes back and tells Ty and Beth what Victoria's plan is, if he uses the POV, LaToya's effed. She's, oh my gosh, she'll be so cheesed, because Beth will be like, you can't do that to Ty's game. Oh my God, because there's nothing more that Beth wants than to have those boys all to herself and to be the LaToya in that threesome and to have the respect that LaToya has from these guys. So, yes. So you guys, that is what I have for you tonight. Hopefully you enjoyed this live and are catching up on the live feeds for today. Excited to see what happens at the POV ceremony. I will keep you guys updated all season on all the things I'm watching on the feeds. I'll try to keep my slides going. Hopefully you guys still like the slides. And yeah, give this video a like and feel free to follow me on all the social media. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe and smash the bell, because I'm surprising people. Just going live all the time. And if you want to see some of my Big Brother little spoiler tweets, follow me on Twitter at Joleen Lunzer. That would be fantastic. You guys are the best. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night or morning. Happy daylight savings. Enjoy your Sunday. Be safe. Take care of each other. And I appreciate you guys so much. And we're going to do the little peace sign, and we are off. Bye, guys.